Hello and welcome again to my channel. My name is Sania Audrian, and in this video I will tell you how to write a professional emails. Let's check it out. How to write professional email. Tips and examples. Greet the person you're writing to. It may seem odd to address a stranger on internet as dear, but it's standard in formal correspondence. Other respectable but less commonplace options include greetings and salutations. When possible, it's best to put the recipient's name. Follow it with a comma or colon, as in these examples. Dear Chad, Dear Mr. Oswald, Dear Miss Picard. If you're not sure whether it's a woman or a man, you're writing to a Miss or Mrs., then Miss. It's usually the safer option. Other solid gender-neutral approach is to simply put the recipient's full name. For example, Dear Alex Lee. By contrast, the generic Dear Sir or Dear Madam seems impersonal and should be avoided. Second, you need to decide which you were thanking the recipient or are you responding to a recent message from them. If you have something to express gratitude for, you want to do it at the first or at the beginning so it doesn't feel like an afterthought. Similarly, if you are already in the midst of back and forth conversation, you just want to stay on track and not change the subject. For example, thank you for your kindness contribution to Red Panda Conservation International. Or thanks for your interest, my client would be more than happy to chat at the time you suggested. Explain what you're writing to. What are you hoping to make happen? And how can the person you're writing help? For instance, I'm writing to inquire about your research how cats groom their coats. I am a local radio producer looking to schedule a live interview ahead of your performance in Oakland next week. Or, my architectural firm is in need of expertise on tree houses, and several colleges tell me your insight is unrivaled. In stating your purpose, you want to be direct, but not to the point of seeming brusque or rude. Remember to keep it short. Professionals' emails shouldn't be an epic length. Be respectful to your readers' time because if they feel your message is unduly long, they will likely start to skim. If a weighty subject requires a lengthy discussion, look for better ways to communicate about it than email. Use your message as a way to set up a meeting or discussion rather than a venue for a dense treatise on the subject. Wrap up a closing line. Your email should be conclude with one sentence that makes your meaning clear and sets up whatever's next. It might nudge the reader to take action or be a way of gently winding down the conversation. I look forward to discuss this with you further at 11 a.m. Thursday. Or please look over the draft manuscript I'm attaching and let me know what revisions or questions come to mind. Just as your message might have begun where a previous email left off, you want this one end by setting up a further correspondence. Sign off with an appropriate closing. There are lots of ways to end an email before putting your names, but in the interest of professional decorum, it's probably best not to get too creative. Many people gripe about distracting email signs off like cheers and VR or very respectfully, so choose one that you won't feel out of place. Some of the most reliable options are Sincerely, yours truly, thanks again, appreciatively, best regards, and respectfully. Take a moment to proofread. Looking back over what you wrote before hitting send shouldn't be a time-consuming chore. Remember, the idea of email is concise. Make sure your grading looks right. Nothing feels worse than realizing the name of the person you just emailed was misspelled. And that you say thanks when it's appropriate. Double check that any request you're making is straightforward and easy to understand, but not abruptly or presumptuous. Also, this is your last chance to catch any detail typos. Example of professional emails. Watching, I hope you like my video. Don't forget to like and give subscribe. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.